Hello and welcome, my name is Thomas and today I'm showcasing my Gouki deck profile. Well, Goukis are a series of earthworm type monsters that they spell summon themselves from the hand or the graveyard if you have the specific cards to bring them out. So what I mean is that all the Gouki cards, so that we start with Gouki Berhag, has a second effect that if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Gouki card from your deck to your hand except itself. That's the main effect that all Gouki monsters do, so we will skip this part and we'll explain the basic effect. Berhag is a card that if it's special summoned by the effect of a Gouki monster or normal summon, you enter one face-up monster your opponent controls and half its original attack until the end of this turn, which is very neat if we go to OTKs, because we play one card to finish our opponent with this. We play one Gouki Scorpio. If you control no monsters or all your monsters are Gouki monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing, and it's pretty neat and very good in standard Gouki builds. We play 3 Gouki Suplex. Suplex is a very nice card because when this card is normal summoned, you can spell summon one Gouki monster from your hand, so it's very neat, very good, and very nice to go into. We play 3 Gouki Twist Cobra. It's a very neat card, very useful in the build, very nice, and also it is an extra body that we can use and try to win our opponent. Next we play 1 Gouki Iron Claw. It's a card that during the damage step, if you have Gouki monster battles an opponent monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard until the end of this turn. Your monster gains 500 attack, which is very neat in the monsters that we're playing in the extra deck, and if it does, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effect. So it's pretty good, nice, and it closes out the game in case it happens, but most of the time we try to take it at the 3rd or 4th turn to try to assure our win. A very crucial monster is Gouki Headbutt. Headbutt is a card that if this card is in your hand, you can send one other Gouki monster from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do that, you can target one Gouki monster you control, and this card is spell summoned to a defense position, and the monster gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. So it's pretty neat and pretty good. It helps out because it's spamming the board, and it's pretty neat in that regard. Next we play 2 Gouki Guts. It's a very nice monster. This defense position monster cannot be destroyed by battle, and you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. So meaning that during your main phase, all Gouki monsters gain 200 attack, which is not so big of a deal, but it's very neat in case we try to go to OTK, because we are an OTK based deck. And also if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Gouki card like all the other Gouki monsters. We play 1 Ring Trainer, very neat card that if you control monsters, you can reveal this card monster in your hand. It's different than all the other, so then you can target one Gouki Link monster in your graveyard, spell summon it to from your hand, then spell summon this card to that target, but it loses 500 attack. So it's pretty neat because all the big monsters can have pointers that can look to Ring Trainer, so it's pretty neat in that regard, and we can bring it out very often, so it's very good. And we play 1 Octo Stretch to close out our Gouki monsters. So that's all the Gouki monsters that we're playing. His effect is not so good specifically, but it's very neat in case it comes up, so that's why I'm not pointing it out. Crucial monsters for the deck is also 3 Junk Forward, because we try to special summon monsters and go to Isolde more often than not, or to our Overlord to try to win. We play 3 Blue Mountain Butter Spy for the same reason, because it's very easy to bring it out and very good to go into Isolde and all the links that we're playing. And last but not least, we play 1 Codebreaker 0 Day, because it goes very well with a combo that I will showcase later. So that's for the main deck. Now for the spells and traps. Oh, spoiler alert, we don't use traps, so we play 1 Rhoda to add a monster, 1 for 1 to try to search out our Gouki monsters. For the Gouki spell and traps, we play 3 Rematch. I will explain this card at the moment. So what this card does is that you enter 2 Gouki monsters in your graveyard with different levels, spell summon them in defense position. So that's all. It's a monster reborn on steroids, because they have their effects and all that, so you can proc their effects if you didn't proc them before. And not only that, it's really neat and crucial so you can go to level 5 or more turns. We play 1 Gouki face turn to target 1 Gouki monster control and 1 Gouki monster in our graveyard, destroy the monster on the field, and spell summon the other monster from the graveyard with its effects, with everything. So that's very good for the links monsters, because we can bring them out very easy, very often, and we can try to win. And we play 1 Gouki finishing move to try to OTK our opponent. Our monsters, it can only be target one Gouki Link monster and gains attack equal to its Link rating plus 1000 until the end of this turn, and if it attacks a defense position monster, it gains the effect that it has piercing damage. For the rest of his turn, if this card is activated, you can only attack with Gouki monsters, so it's really neat, and it's also a finishing move, that's why we play one copy of it. And for the staples of the deck, we play 3 double summons. It's very crucial because we want to bring out our monsters as fast as possible. We try to link climb, so that's what we play. And for disruption to our opponent, we play 3 Dark Ruler no more, because we try to stun them, OTK them, and that's the end of the game, next match. For the spells, for resolved targets, we play 1 Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, 1 DDR, 1 Overdone Burial, and 1 Living Fossil. So that's the main deck. Now for the extra deck, guys, we play 1 Gouki, the Giant Ogre. I think it's very neat, it's very good, but we don't bring it often, more often on the build, so I will explain what this card does. Cannot be destroyed by a battle, and it's unaffected by activated effects of your opponent's monster with attack less than or equal to this card. So, meaning that all the monsters like Blue Eye stats and below cannot affect this monster by effect, and also it has a very unique effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect that target this card and your monsters this card points to, quick effect, you can make this card lose exactly 500 attack, and if you do, negate the activation. So it's only once per turn, but it's very neat and very good, and also once per turn if this card is different than the original attack, quick effect, you can make this card gain 1000 attack until the end of this turn. So it's really neat, very crucial, and can lead to very high potential with finishing move. But the boss monster of the entire build, it's none other than Gouki, the Power Lord Ogre, a very nice card. This card has the effect that it gains attack equal to combined link ratings of all other link monsters you control plus 2000, and also this link summoned card is unaffected by the effects of cards, and also you can tribute 1 Gouki monster that one Gouki link monster, then target cards to the field equal to the link rating and destroy them. So it's pretty neat and very crucial, and I will explain the combo as I go on. We play 1 Master Ogre because it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and also you can target any number of Gouki cards your opponent controls and have the same number of cards of the opponent and lose their effect. So it's pretty good, pretty neat, and we play as well the Gouki, the Great Ogre, 2 copies, because we're below our opponent's attack and try to decay them. That's why we play, and also we can help with the stun, so it's pretty neat and pretty good. We play next 1 Gouki, the Solid Ogre. Very nice card, we don't go often, but it's very reliable if it comes out. It can be destroyed by battle or card effects while it points to a Gouki monster, and also as a quick effect you can target 1 Gouki monster in your main monster zone and move the target to your control to the main monster this card points to. So it's pretty neat if you want to clog out the scales. We play 1 Gouki, the Blade Ogre. Very nice in OTK builds. It gains 300 attack for each monster this card points to. Also, once per turn you can tribute 1 other monster this card points to on either side of the field. This card can make a second attack during each of the battle phases. So it's pretty neat and pretty good as well. And we play Gouki Thunder Ogre. It gives an additional normal summon. We don't often go to that, but it's something like a double summon proc if we try to go for Goukis, if I can say it correctly. And we play 2 Heal Ogre. We don't play Jet Ogre because I don't think it's crucial to this build, but Heal Ogre, it's very nice because we can bring back our Overlord Ogre and try to win the game. And we play the Codebreaker Virus Berserker and Swordsman for the combo with accompanied by an Isolde to try to bring out our monsters. So for the entire combo, I will explain it very briefly. We need 2 monsters like, let's say, Suprex and Twist Cobra. So what we do is normal summon Suprex, effect Suprex, spell summon Twin Cobra. Then you can try to go, let's say, to Heal Ogre, with Heals Ogre pointing down. So we'll proc the effects of Cobra and Suprex to try to take to our hand 2 Goukis that we need. One will be the Headbutt, and the other might be, why not, I don't say, Guts. So what we are going to do next, it's proc the effect of, the other will be, not Guts, will be our spell. Our spell will be Gouki Rematch, yes. So we'll activate Gouki Rematch, bring out these two monsters over here, and what we can do is go to Isolde or anything like that, but we will try to go to the, we'll send them to the graveyard with Rematch to bring out Swordsman. With Swordsman's effect, we'll bring out our 0-day breaker. We'll spell summon him over here. After that, we're going to link these two off to go to a Codebreaker Virus, use his effect, spell summon 2 monsters, and then link climb to our first Overlord Ogre, and then we can use these two to try and bring out the other Power Lord Ogre. That meaning these monsters are going to have at least 4000 attack, so they can OTK, and also by using the effect of the Virus Berserker we can pop 3 spell and traps, because we will have 3 0-day breaker monsters on the field, and then by the effect of Power Lord Ogre we can send the other one to the grave to try to pop 4 cards from our opponent, and that's the whole neat idea and the combo. Also it's an effect, so it's very neat, very good, and it's only by 2 card combo, so anything that can go to Isolde, we can have a different combo with Isolde if you want to see that, so it's really neat and pretty good. That's the whole deck. Hope you enjoyed, and see you again in the next video. Bye bye!